Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome to the Queendom, the entertaining ramblings of a single millennial female trying to figure out adulting. We talk about life, love, sex, and everything in between. What's popping, what's cracking. How y'all doing? So before we get started, per usual, I'm gonna let the ladies of the courts introduce themselves. So Alicia, go ahead and start with you. We're gonna start with you, babes.
Well, hello, hello, hello. My name is Alicia, also known as the Alicia Janae. I am from out of country ass Alabama, so I'm excited. This is my first podcast with Miss Irene over here and these other lovely ladies. So I am looking forward to getting into this juicy gossip we got going on.
Big facts.
Yes.
In a minute, around the moment.
Oh, it's your girl Chase he hates them not how you say it long as that flavor stays in your mouth.
And
it's Nate Boogie with the hoodie. What it do?
Per y'all know. All right, so we coming with a little bit something different today. You know what? And I think the best way to kind of really get this popping is to just play the audio, because I feel like if I try to explain it, I feel like I'm gonna miss something, and y'all not gonna get what it's supposed to give. So let me play this video for y'all. All right.
Women with no kids who are college educated. Yeah. And they are having trouble finding mates because they're like, I'm at this level. Yes. And I'm looking for someone to elevate me, and I'm not finding a lot of candidates that are going to meet me or improve me. And I think that is what a lot of people are missing.
I think that's an excuse, though. There are educated women out there who can find good men. The real question is, what they're not going to tell you is how many successful men that are on their level or above their level that they passed off for silly reasons. That's true. See, that's something they're not going to tell you.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, that's what we don't know. We just hear, I can't find nobody.
But what did you do to cut him off? Like,
yeah, but you're not going to hear, right, but you're not going to hear how many of those good, successful dudes did you turn down? How many did you not give your time to?
Are single.
Okay, so that was a clip from Yet Here We Are podcast, right? I'm gonna let y'all go first, and then I'm gonna see. I wanna
let me go last. Y'all go. Let me go before you.
No, actually, no. You need to go first because you are against.
Because I might give a different twist.
That's good.
Okay, so I will say this, I can understand what she possibly meant. But at the same time, oh, Jesus. Okay. But at the same time, my thing is this. When it comes down to women having their education, women having kids versus not having education, all that, I think we put too much emphasis on that. I think also go back into a realm of looking at who we are. All right. Why don't we attract this type of man? What are you doing, sis? Who are you? Do you know who you are? How do you carry yourself? Where's your confidence? So I don't necessarily think that we may run men away because we may be too educated, or, hey, I got 3 children because I'm a single mother. Well, I ain't single, but I'm single, but I ain't single. But I got 3 kids. Hell, I got an associate's degree, but here I am about to be 38, and I'm just now coming to my excellence with my partner, if that makes sense, who is educated.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know who I am, and that's what draws him to me. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep it at that because I don't want to go too far.
No, you good. All right, next.
I don't know. I think when it comes to focus on what the second woman in the podcast said, it's not necessarily why can't you find somebody. It's what are you doing to find someone, and we always can go back to the word and say what's a virtuous woman, how do you uphold yourself, what do you find, what are the qualities and characteristics that are within yourself, and instead of asking and begging why can't I find someone, it's more so the question of what have I not done, or what do I need to do to work on being better and ready for someone to allow them to come into my space and be open and acceptance of who they are. And I feel like a lot of times we look at dudes and kind of immediately, because I mean, if you don't know them, all you're going to go off is like the surface level, right? And so you're just going to look at them and kind of go, your aesthetic ain't fitting for me, so I ain't really hitting it, you know what I'm saying? But really their aesthetic probably just is, it doesn't show off well, but their personality, their spirituality, their mental space, their emotional space is really what you need. But because aesthetically they're not pleasing to your eye, you kind of almost kind of write them off immediately. Like with the whole recent like Michael B. Jordan thing, with the whole like calling him corny, or he's not too cut, like he's not too edgy, he looked like cookie cutter clean or whatever may have you. A lot of women have probably just don't look at him like that, because it's like, oh, Michael, you just like you don't look at him like that, you know. Like, I don't listen. The same eyes I look at Michael, I don't look at Meth like. Okay, Meth the man get all different type of eyes. Okay, he get lowered eyes. He get lowered eyes with the eyelashes on the end. You know what I'm saying? So he know I'm flirting. You feel what I'm saying? Like he get that. Michael B. Jordan just gets, oh my gosh, hey, it's so nice to meet you. You know, so he don't get that sultry look. So I don't know. I feel like it's however you want someone. And I feel like a lot of women kind of go, I want a very successful man who also has some thug in his life, who might have sold something on the corner at one point in time, but then changed his life and gave it to God, but then also required something better about himself. It's like, you can't have everything off the daggone
want the kid in the caboodle too. Shit.
Yeah, and I feel like that's just what it is. And like she said, like, you're kind of cutting people off because you're not giving them the full chance. Now, if you give them the full chance, hey, you did what you were supposed to do, and you know, you moved on. But I feel like you shouldn't say, I'm looking for a successful man. You should say, I'm looking for a man who has success, a man who has something, that success, thrivingness in him. Because the first word you use to describe a person is how you view them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just, I think that we should change that narrative, and then maybe you might have a better time finding a person than looking for this first check mark rather than the latter. So
got you. Neighbor.
Going in and out the matrix right now.
I know, right?
I know. That's what I listen. See that shit?
It takes a picture of you.
It's like
honestly,
looking at the negative.
This is the hottest mixtape music video I've ever seen in my life.
You know what I'm saying? Per use. I feel like I say this every episode. Once we get to the point where the videos are uploaded as quickly as y'all hear the episodes, y'all will understand the shit that we be looking at and talking about. But I mean, just don't answer the question.
This looks like some warriors. The warriors. Exactly how that shit looks right now. All right, hold up. Wait, just a little bit. Just give me a little bit of limelight. Me personally, unfortunately, I'm the type to write you off quick, but not due to what you quote unquote bring to the table as far as society standards. Is how I feel like. It sounds cliche, but if your vibe is off, then that's gonna cut me off. Like, it's because I've always been the type to be like, I'd rather have my person have book smart with street etiquette, if it makes sense. Because like, I want you to have common sense, because we have to be able to have a conversation. If we can't have a conversation, I'm immediately turned off. But at the same time, I need you to know that if I give you a certain look, you know what's up and you can read the room. But like she was saying, it's hard for me to not write somebody off, because I'm quick to be like, nah, I ain't fucking with this, and I'm going. And that's probably the reason why my person hasn't found me, because I'm done looking. My person hasn't found me.
That part.
But because I'm done looking. My boots have been hung up. All my balls have been shot. I'm done. I'm not looking no goddamn more. But so it's like, I get that, because you can miss out on your blessings in a sense if you don't try. But yeah.
See, and I got some twisted to that too, but I'm gonna wait my turn. Go ahead. Go finish.
Okay. So okay.
Go ahead.
So
Put it
here's the
together.
thing, right? First off, I get tired of because every time you come across one of these types of videos, right? Whether it's from a male's point of view or a female's point of view, I feel like it's always this one road narrative that is like there's only one answer. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it is very much more complicated than that. As a female who is in her late 30s, I'm 37, about to be 38. I don't have any kids. Um, well educated. I got my master's degree. You know what I'm saying? I don't, I understand what the first chick saying about finding someone at your caliber and being able to, somebody who can help elevate you. But okay, so I'm gonna break it down. So when it comes to that, I understand what she means, but at the same time, I don't necessarily value that. And this is why I say you can't put people in a box when it comes to this type of stuff. So just because I fit the narrative that she was portraying, I don't necessarily fit the narrative in the sense that I'm looking for someone to elevate me or somebody who's on my same level, quote unquote. Because typically when they say that, that means, oh, I need somebody who has the same level of education and making the same kind of money or more than I do. Me personally, that's not what I value in a person. One, because success looks different for everyone. What I consider success may not be success to the next person or to either one of you ladies here on the show. So to hold someone to my standard of success can sometimes be very unrealistic because now you're looking for a potential in a person that they might not want to reach. Right? Okay, so that's the first thing, right? So when it comes in that particular sense, I'm more so looking for someone like, do you feel successful in your endeavors? Are you happy with the career path that you chose? Are you striving for more? Okay, cool. If you are striving for more, then you know what's your plan? Like, are you just out here running your mouth because it sounds good? Or do you actually have a plan towards it? You know, that kind of stuff. Because you could be a school teacher, you know what I'm saying, and be the happiest person alive because you are fulfilling your passion and your purpose in life. Whereas you could be a CEO of a company and be miserable as fuck and got a drug addiction and want to beat on your partner because you're not happy with what you're doing. You decided to chase money instead of purpose. So for me, it's a little different, and that's why I get kind of tired of hearing this same narrative as if all people, whether female, male, non-binary, whatever, like everybody is having this thing, you know what I mean? And then when it comes to the other girl, I do kind of agree with her that sometimes you have to step back and really ask yourself the questions like, because for example, I was in a 9.5 year long relationship. All my relationships are the ones that I basically count are the ones that were long term, like 5 years or more. um because I told myself I can't go into another relationship and spend another X amount of years just to end up single again. You know what I'm saying? So I made the choice to really sit down, evaluate my past relationships, take ownership of the mistakes that I made. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get it twisted. These are some motherfucking assholes. These are people that I gave opportunities to that I goddamn well should not have. And I realized that was my fault, my fuck up. You know what I'm saying? One of them should have stayed like a little sneaky link. You know what I mean? Another one, Jesus, girl, just never. That's what should happen.
That's a whole nother show.
Girl, baby, listen. One of these days, I'm gonna tell y'all about my past, but today ain't today. But um, but just evaluating and taking ownership, even in situations where I've communicated with people, and I probably didn't give them the full extent of a chance for whatever reason. Granted, we're talking about my early 20s, so you know, mindset was totally different. Things that I possibly looked over, that I didn't value in that moment. Um, uh-oh, did we freeze up? Oh, okay. Everybody was still. I was like, wait.
Oh,
Oh, maybe we're just still. Maybe I haven't moved. I ain't gonna hold you. I have not
Chase
moved.
didn't blink or nothing. I was like, wait a minute.
I was listening. I'm intrigued. So
Right.
I'm
You know when she concentrates, she look like a mannequin. She stands completely still when she's intrigued and into the conversation.
Listen,
she don't blink or nothing. You gotta always say her name. Like, you still here?
Right. Okay. That's why I looked down at Alicia, but Alicia wasn't moving either. I was like, wait a minute.
Look, I'm engaged. I'm in tune. Come on with it.
Well, yeah, no, but like I didn't value certain things. And as much as I hate to have gone through the things that I went through in my past relationships, the truth of the matter is, had I learned my lesson, early, then I don't think I would have went through everything. But I think God was like, I can't send you your husband because your ass is out here being stupid. And I need you to wake up, Linda, because you're not realizing certain things. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's a lot of things. I actually had this conversation with my mother earlier, because it's a lot of things that I realize now, which has helped, in my personal opinion, because this is the longest I have ever been single, baby. We is going on 3 years of being single. And so this has been a journey, a whole journey for me to be single this long. But I've been intentional about it. And I told myself, I'm not going to settle for less. There are things I'm not going to accept, but just because, you check out, you have A, B, C, and D, but E is actually a little bit more important than C and D. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things. It's just realizing the things that are truly important to me. And it ain't about how much money you make or how much money you spend on me or in general. But I ain't never been no money hungry person because she get out the mud on her own. So it's like I get the viewpoint of both of them, but it's always like nobody leaves room for the gray areas. And it's like, I just don't feel like there's a cookie cutter way to do all these things. Now, you can listen to what I say and maybe it'll work for you, maybe it don't. In the words of Nate Boogie, if it don't apply, let it fly. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was an interesting topic, but I know for me, I was like, well, bitch, I mean, I could take a little bit from both of y'all statements, but it ain't the sum total of me in particular, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because success, like you said, is not a one size fits all package. It varies amongst on two totally different people. Like one person looks at their success being, I'm the manager of a department in Walmart. They strived and worked and got up to that position, and that to them is successful because, like, I got here, I'm a manager. I like, that's a good title to have on, your record, on your resume. Where another person goes, but you work at Walmart. Like, they like, to them, a person who's a manager at Walmart, let's just say, they look at it and they go, yeah, I got like the blue vest on, but I have like this particular pen that differentiates me from like my subordinate for it, right? Whereas a person walking in Walmart just see you with a blue vest, you're like, but you're still a Walmart worker. But like, so they're not going to look at that as success. They're going to look at, oh, you got to have like cadoodles of money, or like, you're not walking around here, owning business meetings or this, that, and that. Like, that's another person's like definition of success. How I look at it is, when it comes to me dealing with the nickels, sorry, a little scratch in my throat. Dealing with them, I'm never been a person of like money. Unfortunately, like Lady London, I'm sorry. I even mocked your video saying I love dealing with a rich man because I was the rich man. You know what I'm saying? I was her. I love dealing with them because it was me. I was the rich one, And so always putting out, always taking care of was very much dumb, idiotic of me, if I do say so myself. But we live and learn and we grow every single day. But even in the terms of dealing with a person who's like, I don't know, like $17 an hour to some people is low. To some people, that's the best that they could possibly get. But I was dealing with two dudes who's doing $17 an hour, and one person who was like, help me, help me, help me. Another person was like, what do you need from me? And I'm like, So why you helping? Why you need help and he over here providing? Something ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying? Something's not added up. So it's all about, and then character that comes off of character, personality. So it's like at that point, I don't care about who making the 17. I'm gonna go to homie who is making 17 and still is willing to take care of me, or is willing to help out, or just be there, or make me feel kept. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a lot of people miss that. It's like feeling kept. If you can make me, not even financially, but like make me feel kept whole the whole entire time, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, make me feel like I don't have to think, wonder, overthink, or suspect you of anything in any fashion, and I'm cool with you. Like, I'm good. But I don't know. I don't think that it's hard out here to find a person. I think it's hard to keep the attention of person because of how many options we're given nowadays. I feel like because everything is so like boom, boom, boom. Like my phone, like I literally went back on BLK for 3 seconds today for the first time in like 2.5 months. Okay. My phone every 3 seconds now, like you gotta, someone liked you, and it's just like, okay, cool. I'm not ugly. Great. We established that. But it's just like, now I'm just aggravated. I'm aggravated by the buzzing now. Now I'm like, I don't even want it no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? But mind you, 2 days ago, I was like, damn, I kind of wish I had a little something, something. And now the little something's here and I don't even want it. I don't even want the attention. I don't even have it in me. Like I just stopped wanting.
They're not your type of something.
Yeah, they're not my type of something.
And this is what's crazy, and I don't mean to cut you off. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
like I want to touch on a couple things all you ladies has talked about it, especially with the video. When she said, this is what struck me with her, and it kind of threw me. Finding a man to elevate me. Let's go back to that. First and foremost, I'm not looking for no fucking man no more. If I was to tell y'all my story, I ring like, sis, this, like, what y'all don't know, that's my birthday twin, right? But
I'm on 13.
Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, all of y'all,
like literal year and date.
Yes.
Wow, that's
in a couple hours apart.
That's crazy.
Couple hours apart. But if I can tell y'all my backstory, literally, and I don't know if you ladies have heard me on TikTok, I do a live session and I talk about what I went through as well. I found that guy. I went out there in the field and I picked my husband. But what I was so comfortable at was, I said, guy, you know what? I just want a man. I wasn't in specifics. I didn't say I wanted him to have a job. I didn't want him to look like this. I wanted this. I wanted that. I just said I wanted somebody. And you know what, God? All right, when we get together, we talk about success, and that's what they were saying. Well, shit, to me, success is you and I doing it. It's not a one person thing. It's not that I'm more successful than you. You're more successful than me. If we are one, Niglet, we both successful. Okay. Let's look at what that looks like. And I think that's a lot of people's problem when it comes to the success. It's a lot of people's problem when you look for the man to elevate you. Let's start out by elevating yourself. That's why I started it out saying, like, what about you? We as women, we have a lot of problems, not you ladies, but a lot of women have problem by taking accountability for the shit that they have done. But we want to look at the man and say, no, I don't want you because of this. Well, bitch, what about you? And I had to look at myself in the mirror after being married for 8 years. Motherfucker left me. Well, I put him out. Okay. Various reasons. Then you go remarry while you still married to me. I had to do a self-check because, hold on, I changed a lot about myself for a man.
Girl.
Okay, that I wanted to elevate me. You came off spiritual. Okay, this is my husband. We creating kids, but then you went to prison. You doing all, and I'm gonna still stand by your side. So when it comes to that, it struck me because I was that girl. I want you to build me up. I want you to do this. Hold the hell. Stop. TikTok saved me, y'all. Because I started hearing a lot of people, they were pouring good things. They were saying good things like, wait a minute. You know what, sis? Okay. You don't need a man to elevate you. No, elevate your damn self. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You are successful. Okay. But also, I know how to humble myself. Because when it did come down, I was like you. I did the dating apps. Hell, Facebook, BLK, shit. I wasn't going back to Plenty of Fish because that's where I found that fool on. So I was like, oh, I'm not dealing with that. I ain't gonna do no Tinder. We ain't doing all that. But hold up, I'm not happy with my results and what I'm getting, because what I find is, no offense, you're all the same. Why do I keep attracting this person? It's not them, it's me. So once I said, okay, do you look at yourself as a successor? You know what? Damn, let me make a list, because I've done this. I fucked up, but I accept my fuck ups. I got my associates. Okay, we're going to go back and work on bachelor's and finish. I am a business owner. Okay, I'm a mom of 3. Damn it, I look good to be a mom of 3. I don't look like what I've been through. Hold on, pat yourself on the back just a little bit. And we don't give ourselves enough grace after we've fallen.
Grace, yes.
As a woman, right? Like literally, I have heart palpitations because of my stress that I take on, because I didn't think that I fit. I didn't think that I was that girl. When we touch on, what also was stated, I'm not as educated women. What can I offer you? Shit, I can offer you hell, a fun time. And I'm good at that. I'm damn good at that. I can cook. Okay. Hell, I got a baby maker. If you want kids, shit, my factory still work. But what do you really have to offer? You understand what I'm saying? Like, damn, hold on. Okay, wait a minute. Alicia, you're more than just that. And so when I found myself, I was like, okay. Now, when we talk about, and I've done this, I made a list of what I wanted my guy to look like. I want to let women know this. Listen, you can make your list and your list can come true. On TikTok, they call my boo thing Novocaine. Okay. There's one thing on my list that he doesn't have, and it's okay. It's not a deal breaker. But when I say I actually manifested my list, no different on how Gotti manifested who? What's her name? Help me, y'all. Oh, girl. Angela, thank you.
Baby,
no different in that I manifested my guy by writing a list. He fell in my lap. I'm not out here looking. It actually naturally happened. I was like, oh shit. When I was ready to give up because of what everybody else, quote unquote, said. No, don't believe in this stuff. No. Y'all write down what kind of man you want for real. Take out the fact that yes, he needs to be successful, because here's the thing: we both create the success. You understand? Are you making your list?
Irene, you pissing me off.
Okay, okay, so I'm gonna touch
72 inches and above, 250 and thick. If that's what you want, baby, you can have it.
Okay, see, I'm gonna say, okay, so I'm gonna tell you something. So,
why about the minimum?
A couple of things. So, as far as the list goes, right? So I didn't necessarily physically write down a list, right? But as I was going through the healing journey, which at the end of that, healing is not a destination, it's a journey. You're gonna be forever healing. You know what I'm saying? People always look for this finish point, but the truth is there's never a finish point. You learn how to live with the scars of your past is what you do. I don't think you officially just completely heal. You get to a point where you may not be as triggered from things. But I feel like people look for this finish line, and I think that's what trips a lot of people up during this journey, and what makes it seem so hard and so long and tedious, right? So that's first.
That's unrealistic.
Very much so. So, when I started to actually just even get back out to the point of communicating with people, because baby, when I say I was shut down for like a good year and a half, like baby, I wasn't talking on the phone to nobody. I ain't entertaining shit. Leave me the fuck alone. I wasn't doing not a damn. You hear me? When I say leave me the fuck alone, I mean every word of it. Don't fuck y'all in my comments. Fuck y'all that's trying to get in my D. I ain't want none of this shit. Leave me the fuck alone. And so, but one of the things that I worked on was being realistic about, where I was in life, how I believe that I have always been a wife, right? Hands down, I don't believe that you're necessarily a wife once you get married. You're a wife beforehand, because that's what somebody sees in you, and that's how you get to the point of being married, right? Because what I'm looking for, that's why I look for a husband in someone. And one, I had to get over looking for the potential of a husband in a person.
Right.
Do you have potential or are you already there? That's the first question, right? Secondly, now don't now you got to be a big boy. But I got out of specifics when it came to physical descriptions. I was like, these are the things I would like. And this was like literally like a conversation I was having because baby, but in these 4 walls, boy, when I tell you, the conversations and the tears and all the things that happen in these 4 walls, um, something serious. But so I didn't make a physical list. But what I did was I evaluated my past relationships and the things that I accepted that I knew I didn't want, the things that constantly made me sad that I felt I had to, especially like in my last relationship, when I was getting to the point of trying to figure out what the fuck I was going to do, I had to ask myself a question. I was like, if he never changes, would I be happy, not content, but would I be happy the rest of my life with this person? And the answer was hell no. I would be settling just to have somebody. And baby, when I say it wasn't shit to be settling for. He may be perfect for somebody else, but bitch, it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? For me, he was an asshole. A girl, another story for another day. Anyway. But you know what I'm saying? So I had to think about those things. And you know what? I don't give a fuck if you ever hear this. So there's one particular person who we're still really good friends, but it was my first love, right? Even when it comes to him, he has a lot of great attributes that as an adult I can appreciate now that I didn't appreciate when we were kids. Because we stopped talking like when I was 18, 19. So it's a lot of stuff about him that I damn sure appreciate. I can see the value in it now. But there's also some things that I'm like, but I would have to sacrifice X, Y, and Z if I decided to be with you. And X, Y, and Z is shit I don't want to have to sacrifice in my life at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because these are things that are super important to me. A certain level of support is extremely important to me, especially in this part of my life, because the truth of the matter is we're getting older, which means our parents are getting older. So if I can't see that you will be the type of person that's going to support me through whenever that transition comes, baby.
Ooh. So do you think it would be necessary to have that type of conversation? Because the thing is, what we miss, like even with talking about a list, even though I made a list, there was still a lot of communicating I had to do. And here's something that I love, and I'm gonna make this a part of my brand, but hell, y'all can take it and run with it. We have to get to a place where we learn how to unlearn to learn. So by you speaking of a particular person in your past, this is not somebody you just freshly met and and these things. And I'm not saying you, but more so have a conversation and use that technique. Are you willing to unlearn to do some things that you've been doing that you're not great at to learn how to me? Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So here's the thing. We had several conversations, especially because he was a big part of the support system when I left my last relationship and stuff like that. And at the time he was trying to date somebody else. And so it wasn't, anything else. It was truly just a support system in that moment. And through a lot of conversations, I had to accept and realize, one, he still saw me as the 18-year-old from when we stopped dating. Two, although you have grown as an adult and a lot of things has changed in life, there are certain things that has not changed within you. And these were the things that I kind of overlooked then as a kid, because like I said, values were different, viewpoint was different on a lot of shit. As an adult, shit way different. And I remember one time I had to break it down to him. I'm not that 18-year-old girl that, was Google-eyed over you, willing to risk it all. Baby, she long gone. I don't even hate to say it this way. She died a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
That bitch gone. She really is. This bitch today, no, that shit ain't gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? And don't think just because we have this history, you already got the golden ticket or some shit like that. Nah, player, that ain't how this work, right?
That's
So,
fair.
but in this process, one, I did have a moment where I was hyper focused on trying to figure out whether he and I could work. I had to break away from that moment first. And then I had to be honest with myself about what is it that I truly want. You know what I'm saying? What are like what does a partner in life look like to me? You know what I'm saying? And I will say, even though I'm still not necessarily 100% sold and banking on this person, there is a person in my life that I'm building a relationship with that is checking off boxes that I don't think they even realize they checking off. And it's a little crazy and it's a little eerie, it's a little weird.
But that's how it happens.
Jesus.
I'm finna speak to you. That's how it happens. That's organic. That's what you call organic.
Very much so, very organic. But not only that, so I get what you mean by manifesting a list, because I had this conversation. Because listen, I cuss, I talk about sex, I do it, I drink, I smoke, I do all the shits. Okay. But baby, at the end of the day, I talk to God on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And I remember having this conversation because I said, I'm not finna go through this again.
Yeah.
I got more years behind me than I got ahead of me at this point. And baby, the last thing I'm finna do is deal with another motherfucker that ain't about shit, ain't going to do shit, ain't here for shit, I ain't got time for this shit. So I had to really break down what are the things that are super important to me. Like, you know, being somebody who is super supportive and not supportive because you hold a certain position in my life, but supportive just out of genuine, I want to see you happy and I want to see you win, you know, type shit. And then I need somebody who also has some level of faith, because I get everybody has a different walk, but you know, we have to at least be seeing eye to eye on something that somebody who is successful in their own right, like you are happy in the choices that you made and the choices that you are making for the next sections of your life. You know what I'm saying? Whether you have completely reached all your goals or you're in the process of working towards them. The point is, you're not miserable going to your job every day because you hate the job choice that you made. You know what I'm saying? Like you actually made a fucking conscious choice about the decisions that you made, and you have a path in your life. And I'm what, like, I'm 38. I ain't necessarily in love with my motherfucking job, but I got a plan. You know what I'm saying? I'm working towards something. It ain't my end goal. So therefore, I don't feel necessarily stuck and miserable because I know it ain't the end for me. You know what I mean? So at the very least, be like that. You know what I mean?
So let's talk about that. Just let's twist this for a second, because we again, not to shy away from what you're stating, which is very valid points with all women. I definitely believe that they can agree with what you're saying. And even more so, it kind of ties back into this video. But let's look at it from a male's perspective. And don't look at us. Some men don't come off and look at us in those ways and have the list and, you know, listen, I'm not going to waver with this or waver with that. We can be very, I mean, hey, I'm picky, I know for a fact, but let's just say you need that support system, right? Or let's go here with the job, and he's miserable because he made a choice. What if you're that helpmeet that opens up and say, what are your ideas? Well, babe, let me feel safe to talk to you. This is what I would love to do. Yes, I made the choice, because here, shit, I made a choice for this damn job. And am I happy with it now? But I got 3 damn kids and my mama and my mouth to feed. So I got to do what the fuck I got to do, right? And it could be that situation, but you could be that very match that light a fire under his ass. And because of the situation and who you are, it may take him to the next level.
So here's the thing. It's funny that you say that because I accepted that I am that a long time ago.
Come on, twin.
I accepted what, like, everybody has a gift, right?
Yeah.
And one of my gifts is I'm able to connect. I'm able to make connections with people naturally. It's nothing forced. It's not disingenuous. It's just is something that I've always been able to easily do. I've made connections with people that sometimes it's like, how the fuck did that even happen? You know what I'm saying? And every time in every single one of my relationships, it's always crazy. For example, my last relationship, he went to Full Sail. He wanted to get into the recording industry. All of a sudden, I started, naturally not looking for these people, but these type of people that could help him move to the next level started falling in my path. Well, here go the problem. I can't give you these connections if you ain't even doing what the fuck you supposed to do. So
is that yours? But see, that's where we go wrong, because it don't matter how they get there, even if you the plug, get to them.
But no, I will give it to them, but you ain't doing what you got to do to hold on to the connection is what I mean.
Okay.
If I connect you to this person like, okay, bet, I need you to send me X, Y, and Z by such and such date.
No follow through. No follow up.
Saying?
I got you. Okay.
Right. But then you want to make it my fault that you didn't do what you were supposed to do type shit.
Yeah, I got you.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean. So when I say that you need to at the very least have some plan, like if you're not happy with, if you're not completely happy with the job that you have, then cool, baby, talk to me. What's up? Because when I say, I know me, baby, I promise you, whatever I sprinkle on, I promise you is going to grow. Because, baby, one thing about this one right here, she's so blessed that her overflow is going to be blessed. Which means everybody that's connected to me is going to be able to be blessed by my blessings. I know this about myself. You know what I'm saying? And I hold true. That's why when people leave my life, I'm not going to fight for you to be here. Because there's a reason you left my life.
Absolutely.
No matter how much I love you, no matter how much, girl, I got a sister I ain't talked to in like 2 or 3 years. I'm not going to fight for you to be in my life because you may be the reason I can't get to this next blessing because I'm trying to hold on to you. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because now you holding up other shit. My blessings may be the reason that somebody can feed their family. My blessings may be the reason that somebody, gets out of depression. I don't know. But I can't hold up my blessings being stressed about somebody who don't want to be a part of my life for whatever reason, right?
It's a fact.
So this I know about myself. So I know that, but I also had to realize that because of this gift of mine, I cannot put it in the fact that I see potential in a person who is not striving for that level of potential.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that kind of situation. But also, I want to go back to something else that you said about the what do we need to work on? I think one of the narratives that is popular is, the relationship is 50-50 and you know what I'm saying? And we come together and we supposed to be whole. I think people misunderstand what it means that it's two come together to become one. I don't see it as you half and I'm half, and then we come together and we make a whole. No. You need to come in at 100%. I come in at 100% because here go the T. It's going to be days that you may be down at 30.
Yeah.
So my 100% is what's going to push us through because you ain't got your full, you missing 70 today. And that's cool, baby. I got you. Yeah. That's what I'm here for. Lean on me, right? Absolutely. But in return, when I'm down on my days, you need to be able to do the same.
Yeah, reciprocity.
You know what I mean? And I feel like if you coming in at 50, baby, if we only working with 50%,
we ain't got shit.
What the fuck gonna happen when you only got 10?
Yeah.
We gonna be out here like looking stupid. Like we can't do that shit. And I feel like people have unrealistic expectations about stuff. People are trying to live up to these dumbass social media standards.
Oh, God.
Because just because you saw some couple on TikTok where the dude, bought out this big ass suite at some hotel and flooded that bitch with flowers. Now you looking at your man stupid because he brought you some roses from the grocery store in the teddy bear. Bitch, you better be happy he bought you something.
Right.
Like, spoil
you give me a rose from the damn Dollar Tree. That bitch don't never die.
Listen,
I'm
I ain't got
sorry.
no, I don't even know if I got a green thumb to begin fucking with. I'm fine.
Don't die anyway.
Take my ass, look, take my ass to Barnes and Noble, sit me in a corner for like an hour, bitch. I am geeked to the motherfucker. Then we go get
But
some.
you know what? I just said this. My partner was like, oh yeah, I can, you know what, babe, when this happens and comes through because we're working on some business deals and I want to be able to do this for you. I said, you know what I want you to do? Now I'm trying to buy and snatch up a couple of these tax lien homes. Instead of you trying to do that, this is what I'd rather you do.
Baby.
Secure the fucking bag. Like, honestly, I ain't never been that type of woman anyway. I'm all about my bag. I have kids. You have kids. And if we doing this thing together, we gonna have some type of ROI out of it. I don't want no box of chocolates and shit. I stop at the gas station and give me some chocolate when I had a taste for that shit. We can go out to eat, but shit, I cook as well. You see what I'm saying? But let's just be smart and open up the fucking IRA. So I'm not living in this, I'm not staying in poverty mindset, not just financially, but the poverty mindset or me feeling like what you were just explaining because of what my visuals see. Then I get in my emotions and I get in my feelings and then I attach to that and then I try to put those demands on you when hold the fuck up. That ain't the person that you met. That ain't even me. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'd rather you do. Invest in some shit. Don't. I mean, but I know we on short on time, but listen, let me tell you something. Twin, make your list. Lady, make your list and stand for that. Stand by that. Don't let nobody waver y'all from that. The ladies that's listening, hey, God never said that he would not supply you with your needs, without your needs. All right, I'm paraphrasing. This is my own terms. I'm spiritual. I ain't no Christian. I ain't no none of that. Y'all can kick rocks. All right. I am who I am. I have a relationship. I know that he'll give me everything that I need and what I want. So if I want this brother or non-melanated character, whoever your choice is, if I want you to be 6'4", okay, if I want you to have 6 figures, if I want you to be 250 and thick, if I want you to be bearded, listen, that's the shit that I want. And I'm not going to say I'm going to sit here and sacrifice my wants any longer because I did that. Like I said, y'all don't know me from a can of paint, but I'm a woman that I changed everything because of man. I grew my hair. I wear short hair. This shit long now. Baby. Right now, I'm going to chop it off, okay? Because it's time to go to the stylist. Yes. But what I'm saying is I changed my whole identity for somebody. And I'm not doing that bullshit. That's why I say, yeah, the list do work. Yeah, the list do work, but my eyes had to be open and I had to see it. Now we take it one day at a time. Is that shit easy? Hell, fuck no. Being with this partner, I've been talking to him for 6 months. And I'm like, okay, I'm still waiting on you to be different. But then I'm like, you know what? Hold on, live in the moment. See, we don't create enough moments when you do run into that person. Okay, well, I don't want to talk to him because of fuck that. If I say I don't want to fucking talk to you, bitch, I don't want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. If you short, I don't want to talk to you. I don't give a fuck how good you are. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not sacrificing that because we do it too much as women. Men don't do that shit. They get what the fuck they want and go on. They want them BBL type motherfuckers. That's what they go fucking get. And they deal with all the problems and then they kick them and go somewhere else. And that's another conversation, but do whatever. So you know what? I'm going to be funny too. I'm going to play that man's game just as well. Why not? So that's why I say, get your list. You know what you want, sis. Shit, write that shit down. Don't budge on it. It's going to fall in your lap. Twin telling you that. Literally.
Oh, listen, I'm seeing it in real time. Trust me. Just me.
And just take it one day at a time. That's the biggest thing. I think, even when we do self-work on ourselves, we plan out so far ahead and say, okay, in 6 months, I want to do this. 5 years, I want to do this. What about just today and breathe? Accomplish today. Get your whiteboard. I have my whiteboard. I erase shit and write every day. Race. okay, I did that today. And for long, you know it, you will look back and be like, damn, I did accomplish all of these things. I looked at this. Oh, wow. Damn, I had a date with this brother and we did this. Shit. That's how we end up missing things because we are so caught up in what this person can do. Yes, I agree what it looks like, but we don't go back and we don't reflect to actually see that, you know what, you did have that person that was right there in front of you and he was 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 250, right? But because I'm in my own feelings, I haven't done my work. I'm still out here looking. I get frustrated, like sis said, because you know what, I want somebody to talk to, but then damn, it ain't all of what I want because it's aggravating me at this point. See what I'm saying? So that's my take on it, y'all. I don't know. This conversation can go
so many different ways.
Yes, and like I want to talk about so much because I'm just excited because I'll be like, yes, I got some other people that's like-minded shit. Let's go. But somebody go ahead.
Well, anybody else got anything they want to add?
Nay, because I know you haven't been.
That's a
Nate and that camera, they've been struggling over there.
Nathan gave up because between the camera and Jordan, Nathan gave up. So I'm just here so I don't get fired at this point. So
well, baby, they can still hear you. Do you have anything you want to add?
honest to God, it's gonna sound like I ain't listened to a word she said, but I did. And at the end of the day, all these niggas can suck my dick. I'm done. So
I mean, listen, Linda, dead ass. That statement still rings fucking true. Cause bruh.
At the end of the day, I done did all that. I done sat here, compromised who I was for a man and a woman. I done compromised who I was in general, period. Trying because I spent so much time being a people pleaser. And when I finally stopped doing it and I realized like it got to a point, that's my issue. My main issue, and it's a hard habit to break because for so long I've had to be that real nigga in a relationship. And I don't know how not to be. So when it comes down to it, it's like my list is hard because it's going to keep jumping from because I'm an overthinker and all the stuff that I sit here and all the trauma, as much as you heal, some trauma just never will go away. And abandonment is the number one thing that I can't get over. So any slight red flag, like I told you before, like, oh no, you gotta go. Bye. I don't care. Or if like I'm no longer changing who I am no more because at the end of the day, you still gonna fuck. That's always been my mantra. You still gonna fuck me. So I don't care. It's like you're not going anywhere. You still want me. I can sit here and dress like the biggest tomboy ever. Baggiest pants, tennis, my hoodie, hair in a ponytail. Guess what? You still in my face. So I don't care. I'm not settling. I'm not going to do all of that no more. But then it's like when I try to, I'll tell you this, like y'all said with social media created even more trust issues because it's like, I don't know if it's you that I'm meeting or the representation of you that you want to present to me. So it's like, I'll meet you, you'll introduce me to you, I'll get used to that person because I thought that was the authenticity of you, and it ended up not to be. Like Neo said in a song when he was like looking for perfect surrounded by artificial, and that's exactly how it feels.
Yes.
So it's like you try to have on, like I try to hold on to a little bit of hope that, you know, my person gonna find me. And then I'll get in the moments where I really want to be with somebody. I really want to, you know, build a life with somebody, no matter how it is. We could be broke trying to build up because at the end of the day, superficial stuff don't matter. That shit could come and go today and tomorrow. We saw that with the pandemic. So it was never really about that. But at the end of it, but I'm still, is that that person on the side of me that go, you can't trust them, no. You can't trust them, man. Nope, it's okay. And then on top of that, because I have a kid, that just increases more. because I not only have to factor in how you treat me, I got to factor in how you might treat him.
That's good. Oh, I agree.
So I'm twice as, my wall is twice as thick because of that.
Right.
Because damn if you hurt my feelings, don't hurt him.
You heard the kid? Oh, it's a whole nother, we a whole nother beast.
So
that's the mother in us.
So it's like I do the work. I sit there, I talk to myself. I have my moments, have my moments when I gotta sit there and talk to myself. And the unfortunate thing is I can't find a happy medium between feeling myself and humbling myself, because the second I go to humble myself, it go down the rabbit hole of talking shit to myself. I don't know how to humble without degrading myself. Which makes it hard for me to not feel like, well, like eventually, I mean, like I want a person, and I do feel like, God made me too dope to not be, I ain't gonna be single forever. I would hope not. But at the end, at the same time, and Irina Shades to tell you, I said, God, my clock, I know we're not supposed to work on our time, we work on yours, but my clock is winding down, and I feel like, you know what, fuck all this shit. I'm about to just fuck everybody like fuck. Just because my feelings got hurt. But I'm not gonna
Lord Jesus.
I heard you say something. Nay, did I say it correct? I read a post, and it hit me. It definitely resonated with me, because I again have experienced what you just got done stating. Like, I promise y'all, I have been through every fucking thing that anybody on this earth can imagine when it comes down to self-sabotaging your thoughts and, discrediting thyself. And honestly, I didn't know that this was in my person, but the post was like, if you're an overthinker, you need an excellent communicator. What I find with my partner now, because I overthink the littlest things, because it's a trust thing. I haven't built this relationship off of love, because love to me is like a switch. I can turn it on today and I can turn it on tomorrow. The Bible actually speaks about a woman, loving her husband. She don't have to, right? So that's a fact. But by him being he's a great communicator. And he has his hiccups, but he listens. And I'm like, damn, how do you deal with me? Because I've been ran the last nigga off for real, because listen, I'm not with the dumb shit. So in the search of that man finding you, let that be one of your key points. If he can communicate with you, even when you're in your process of overthinking, sis, that's a good flag. Literally.
Yeah.
For a little while.
No.
Shut up, Day.
Not even for a little while.
I'm being honest. I'm being so honest though.
Because
I've gone through that.
Well, no, because this is the thing. And this is, and I will say this is something that we both try to work on.
I had to learn it.
Right. Yeah. Try to catch each other on, is the moment you try to give a positive, you come right back with the negative off top. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's something we both had to work on, because baby, we didn't have conversations, and you'll be like, well, Irene, but da 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 da, and I'm like, yeah, but this is, and you be like, and you give me that look like, really, bitch. So it's that thing that we have to work on. I'm putting myself out there.
But that's trust. That's trust. Which I have trust across the board. Like, I don't care. Every woman has trust issues. And that comes from putting the expectations on people. And we have to unlearn how to do that in order to learn not to do that shit ever again. Like, I'm not going to expect you, you know what? Because you said you don't lie, nigga, I'm going to expect you to lie tomorrow. Right?
Exactly.
And next 9 times out of 10, I'm looking to catch your ass in that lie. But then how do I build the trust? Right? And so I tell people all the time, you can't fucking hurt me. I've been hurt enough. Right? You can't fucking hurt me. The only person that can hurt me going forward is me.
Myself.
Because I'm going to allow you to do that shit. And if I don't get up out of it, it's my fucking fault. I'm going to own my own shit. So, it's trust, sis. That's the reason why it's natural to come back once there's something positive and I hit it with the negative. And I'm not taking no offense to it, but that's a natural thing.
Right.
I agree with her. I
Yeah.
totally agree with her.
No, it's
In
fake.
her own time, in y'all's own time, it'll naturally happen, and those walls will come down when that right person that she feels safe with, that anybody feels safe with, is provided.
Right. All right, y'all. So we're gonna have to go and wrap this good old thing up.
I love y'all.
Listen,
Oh,
baby.
I wanted to make one little quick little
baby.
come together synopsis here. So, just like a bullet point from both Alicia and Nay, and I can speak to Nay on that portion of building myself but knocking myself down, because I tell people that as a joke. I'm like, I'm gonna build you up, I'm gonna humble your ass though. I don't need you to get big headed, right? And some people are like, damn, you can't just give me my glory. Like you gotta knock me down at the same time. But I think it's I don't even want to say a defense mechanism. It's not defense, it's protection. That's what it is. Because if I was to, like you were saying, I'm gonna always believe somebody gonna lie. You could tell me you ain't gonna hurt me, but I'm gonna believe it regardless of the fact that you're gonna hurt me. I always say I don't put shit past nobody.
Yeah.
Anybody and everybody is willing to do anything and everything at the right given time and space, whether you mentally or not, but it's always there. But in those words is because I can't believe what you're giving me is to be true. So it's not that someone's out to get me. It's not that someone's trying to get something from me. It's that because of the lack of support that has been shown to me over my span of life, and for those people who had given me that support system and then have quickly snatched it away, I can't think the next person is going to do the same and then stay. I can't believe what you're saying is in total truth, even if you're giving it to me raw. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe it because it's been taken advantage too many times. So what, like you said, having to learn what you learn and unlearn that is actually what I've just realized two days ago, actually 48 hours ago, is that I've learned that I do not trust people's feelings towards me. I don't trust anyone. Like, if they're like, oh, I love you, kids. I think you're the great. I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been too many times that's been said, whether friendship, relationship, or whatever. And the smallest little iota of miscommunication, and it's just like, you're cut off. I'm done.
Yeah.
So I'm present with you in the now, but I can't extend that past there, if that makes sense. So I have to unlearn that there are some people who are willingly looking out for you for your own good and willingly wanting to be there. And I'm even dealing with a person now who, as a hard overthinker, okay, and used to think that was like a burden. The last dude I was talking to, and he said, you're going to get in your own way of being happy because you overthink too much.
Yes.
And I carry that, and I was like, damn, not you saying that I ain't gonna be happy. Like, fuck you, nigga, what the fuck? But the next person I talk to, it's not, you don't overthink too much. It's like, I understand why you overthink, and it's okay. It's catching me in my overthinking before the overthinking even starts.
Right.
It's kind of go, hey, wait a minute, hold on. Let's rewind what I just said, break it down so that way you don't go into that motion of like, oh, this is more than what it is, So it's the communication, and it's also kind of given thought of, I am a safe space, and you may give me that safe space, but you also have to give me the same safe space you're giving me. Allow me to have that for myself to learn how to sit in it, because I feel like all of us are just, how do you call it? It's like putting a person who's been in a shooting, scenario, and they live the rest of their life being scared of any bang of pops.
PTSD.
It's PTSD. Yeah. Right. And it's one of those things where you're sitting in jitter all the time, and you don't know when it's time to go.
Yeah.
So you
You're
have to
waiting for
sit
the
in
other
that.
shoe to drop.
You're waiting
You
for
literally
it.
are
You're waiting for it because you're like, if I sit in it, and I told this person the other day, I said, if I sit in the comfortability with you, I know some outside source or something inside of us is gonna kaput. I guarantee it,
And,
because every time I
and
do
then,
it, that's what happens.
you
And
know what
so,
makes it worse
mhm.
is that it ends up happening like that. So
And
I
they
end
don't
up
believe
being
you.
right.
And they don't
Right.
believe
And
you.
I
They
end up
never
being
believe
right.
you thinking that it's not gonna happen. But yeah, I just wanted to
And
give
that
No, right.
just a
I'm
little
gonna
thing.
say this.
Look,
I'm
look,
gonna
look, and that's when you have to, when being with a partner, y'all have to talk. You have to learn how to talk through it. Like Irene, that's got to bring me up on the next one. We need to do one about conversation, communicating. I'm all here for it because I want to go off of that, and I know we got to go because I keep going, so I'm gonna let you go ahead. I'm just saying,
so
it's great.
I'm gonna leave y'all with something that has helped me because I very much am an overthinker and I get the thought process that I know it's gonna happen. Law of attraction.
Oof.
Law of attraction is a motherfucker. Typically we take the law of attraction for granted, and people don't realize how much of your overthinking is putting that energy out into the world. So therefore, it's going to come back to you, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna leave that there for everybody to think about.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go and wrap this up. So starting with Alicia, go and tell them where they can find you, what you got going on, all that good stuff, girl.
Well, listen here. I have enjoyed you guys. Well, you ladies, guys, if y'all are listening, I am the Alicia Janae. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram. I don't really do Facebook. However, I will spell it out. It's the THE and then Alicia ALICIA, Janae JENAY. Please go and follow me. And I do a lot of promoting. I have my own beard products for these men because I'm a woman that like a man to smell good. Okay.
Oh.
That's coming out will be dropping soon. If you are in Huntsville or near Huntsville next week, we have the Omega Psi Phi in Fraternity Incorporated. They will be in the city. It is going to be a mini conclave. Okay. But they are having their district meetup. It is March some are coming in the 15th, but March is the 19th. So listen, y'all can inbox me, DM me if you got any questions, thoughts, likes, comments, whatever. But yeah, follow your girl. Thank you so much.
And you already can find your girl Chase and TikTok at CHAYESINC. That's Chase Inc. or C Hayes Incorporated for those who cannot read. And on Instagram, you can find me at Candy Taste Sweet. You can find me on Spark FM from 1 to 3 p.m. on Sundays on the Tap In with DJ Slick Vic. We talk about anything and everything and all things in between. And you can also find me on Sunday evenings at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live on YouTube on the Kinkazori podcast.
It's Nate Boogie with the hoodie on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Well, don't follow me on Twitter. I'm only on Twitter for porn. I'm not really on there for anything else.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
What the hell? I like you already. I knew I like you anyway, but damn.
I mean,
Hey,
I ain't even mad at it though, because let's all spade to spade. It'd be some shit on Twitter. All right, but y'all know what it is. It's your girl Irene, the Passion Queen. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter as such. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit up the queendomme.com. That's TheQueendomme.com to make sure you get your copy of Vacation. Pre-order your copy of the Purple Dungeon. Those will be mailed out at the end of March, beginning of April, baby. When I tell you, see, boom, Vacation right there. I'm telling you, yeah, if you ain't got it yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. But
don't read it on the plane. Please don't read it on the plane. I had somebody looking over my shoulder, looking at me and be crazy with the images.
Well, they should have told them to go order theirs. They should have went and ordered theirs then. But make sure you get some of that merch. There's some Vacation merch. There's also a Beard Lovers hoodie on there as well. I'm thinking about switching that over to a t-shirt too, maybe. I don't know, because we get into the warmer months now. But yeah, so make sure you check your girl out. We got a whole lot of shit coming up. We have April 15th, I have a Zoom event, a Wolves Den with my little brother Alpha. It's going to be a BDSM experience. And then in June, we have the All White Affair with Primal Poetry. And I'm telling you, if you have not attended a Primal Poetry event yet, baby, what are you waiting on? This is going to be in person and in Zoom. So if you don't mind sliding through Chicago June 17th, it's an all white day party, baby. It's gonna be in there, it's gonna be fun. Let's get it.
Don't forget
If you
about
miss it,
Friday.
huh?
Don't forget about that Friday. Bitch, we celebrate our birthday, so come through.
Period, baby. Period. We is turning the fuck up. I'm gonna be there. I'm flying into Chicago on Thursday, and I ain't leaving till like Monday. So I plan on having a good time. So I'm telling y'all, if y'all want to see some amazing performances, I ain't gonna release the lineup just yet, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be muy caliente. Y'all make sure y'all in that thing. So make sure y'all check out me on TikTok. Make sure you follow Primal Poetry on TikTok, and you'll be able to get all the details about that. All right, y'all have a good one. Until next time, peace.
Bye.